Our lesson for today is magnets. You know guys, when I was a kid, I think the first science lesson that I had, without going to school, was playing with magnets. My mom have pictures that have magnets at the back, and we stick them on the fridge. We call them fridge magnets or refrigerator magnets. It's fun to play with magnets because they're easy to use and they are safe, and you could actually have a lot of games using magnets. They're also quite surprising. Remember guys, when you first discovered that two magnets could snap together and stick like glue? I'll show you. So I have this magnet here and this magnet here. Watch as they try to stick together. Watch as they stick together. And again, I want to show you I have no glue. To prove it, it's just science. Sorry. So, watch as this yellow magnet attracts the green magnet. Do you want to repeat it? Sure. And there it is. They stick even if we don't put anything to make them stick together. Also guys, remember the force when you hold two magnets close and you feel them, like fighting each other? Well, let me explain this to you. As you can see, I have drawings on the board. And I will explain to you what these drawings means, or these drawings mean. As you can see here, we have lines. Yeah? So these lines are what we call magnetic field. Say it again for me. Magnetic field. Good. So what are magnetic fields? Magnetic fields are the area in which a magnet has its force. We may not see it with our eyes, but the magnets actually have force. They have power. I want to tell you about the poles. So magnets have two poles, South Pole and North Pole. So a magnet attracts things. We already established that. However, we are talking about the poles because the poles make it easier for us to understand how magnets work. In this first drawing, you will see that the South Pole is over here and the North Pole is over here. Again, we have a different piece of magnet with this South Pole here and the North Pole here. Remember what we call these things? We call them magnetic field or magnetic force. Alright? So this is the area in which the magnet has its force. If you put them far from each other, they could not affect each other. But put them close, not too close, but still close, and you will see the power of magnets. Later, in this video, if you keep watching, I will show you a game that I used to play with magnets that could show us the power of them. Now, this drawing shows us that North and South Pole attract each other. The opposite poles attract each other. Let's have it in writing. Opposite poles attract each other. North Pole attracts South Pole, and South Pole also attracts North Pole. Maybe you have a question. Teacher, how about the same poles? question. Let's go to the second one. So as you can see, guys, we have again a drawing of two magnets. But this time we have South Pole, North Pole, and then North Pole and South Pole. The magnetic fields are not connected. They're not connected. Why? Because poles that are the same repel each other. When you say repel, it means they push each other away. Again, if you keep watching, I'll show this to you with the magnets that I have with me. So let's put it into writing. Like poles repel each other. Alright. So let's try to understand this drawing more. Again, please keep in mind that the magnetic field or the magnetic force is invisible. We don't see it now. However, we can see how it affects magnets. So, if I put two magnets together, let me show you with this one. Okay? So, if I put two magnets together and they stick, it means that these two up here are opposite poles and these two down here are opposite poles. However, if I flip this, and I try to put them together, I'm not kidding you guys, they just won't stick. They really won't. They're fighting each other. They just won't. Alright? That's because, again, like poles repel each other. Now, you might wonder, teacher, what are the things that could stick with magnet? And that's a good question. Most of the things that are made of iron, steel, and copper, these three things are actually made of metals. Most metals made of iron, copper, and steel could attract and stick to magnet. To show you, I have here a paper clip, and let's use this magnet. Did you see that? One more time. There it is. The paper clip is made of steel, and it is attracted to the magnet because of its properties. So, a lot of times, guys, we use magnets in so many ways. Actually, an electromagnet uses electricity to create magnetic field. This one here. So aside from magnets, they also use electricity. Now, please continue watching and I will show you how we can play with magnets while learning and having fun. As promised, I will show you how I used to play with magnets and how we can have fun with magnets. Watch as I put them close to each other. Did you see that? This is how magnets repel each other. But if I flip this one, watch what will happen. Whoops. Another one. Make sure that they are just close, but not too close for you to see the power of magnets. There you go. Another one. There. Now let's use these magnets. Do you see how powerful it is? Now, if I turn this the other way, I want you to look what happens. Did you see that? There. And to show you how strong magnets are, I'm going to use a chain of magnets that I have and pick these up. As you can see, I am just holding the last ball of magnet up, and the force of the magnet, the strength of the magnet is holding everything here. Now I'm gonna flip this again, still holding the upper one, just this one. You will see that it's holding everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you had fun. Bye-bye!